Much better
than previous predecessors in the last 2 years. And some of the kind of foundation is placed on the key pillars you said, which Kenya Kwanza it stood in. You realize that if we can be patient a little bit, we'll see much kind of benefits we'll get. We are living in a time whereby today everything that happens, we politicize it. We are not on a honest opinion that how much this has been done better, we are not happy with this. We cannot say that everything is wrong. Like we say today, in the previous government of President Uhuru, they used to subsidize through the millers. So if you subsidize unga through the millers, you will not have sustainability of it, because even the new production that is still coming in will be more expensive. So President Ruto came in with an idea that let's continue feeling a bit painful purchasing an expensive unga, but let us subsidize mbolea so that we empower a farmer to produce more by getting an affordable fertilizer. Therefore, we'll make our country to be food secure. And that's what we've seen. Reducing the price of mbolea from 7,000 to 2,500 is a great achievement. We must accept that. Anybody who do not admit this has a problem. So we must accept, because this one, it encourages a farmer to increase his production and also get good quality. You've talked of an issue whereby we've had issues of fake fertilizers. There are people in court, but it was not largely affected. It was a small portion of it, and there are people in court today. There are people who have been stopped from working, even in NCBP, and so on, those who procured and so on. And we want to appreciate that kind of, that's what we need. And that is the only way to do. When a contractor has a problem, you cannot go and kill them. They have to go through a court process. However, in Kenya, we assume that if somebody today is found of certain corruption, that person should be hanged. We have a constitution to follow. We don't do things as we want. So if today Hans is found to be corrupt of certain kind of issue, I'll have to be taken to court, and I face the court process. So if Ruto, the president, and the government are there, have taken these people to court, what else do you want him to do? That is the best he will do. And if you are given today a contract, because this is an open tender, if somebody wins this tender and they are given a chance to import mbolea, and then maybe there's a problem, maybe they import the fertilizer that is not right, how do you place the back that this government is the one that imported that mbolea? If this mbolea is imported that is not right, is not in good condition to be used by a farmer, then you take that contractor to the...
Okay. I think generally there's agreement that probably the country is headed in the wrong direction. That's a feeling, right? The president got a very unique chance to reset his administration a couple of months ago after the protests by the Gen Z. Did you feel that he got it right? Do you feel that probably, as he says, pain now, relief later? Do you feel that this time round the president got his formula right?
If he had gotten it right, yesterday he would not have promised us about fishing from the river, Nairobi River. Because, and I pity my friend, my brother Hans, if he happens to fall for that in a few years he'll be fishing from the Nairobi River. I want to pray that we will see. He said the project commences on 1st of October. I want to see how far that one goes. What am I saying? I mean this, Fred. And Kenyans are very woke nowadays. You know, we are privy to information. We are able to understand whatever is happening in our nation. We understand the constitution. This is not the time to tell people, wait and see. Please bear with me. No, we've had 2 years of promises. We had a whole year of campaigning, and that's a platform we got elected on. But when it comes to deliverables, you've highlighted very well the 5 key pillars of the bottom-up economic transformation agenda. All of them are shaky. It's ICT, health, housing, all of them are shaky. And a house built on shaky ground is bound to collapse. This is what we're experiencing right now. So to try and paint a different picture about this administration, especially after 2 years today, is really not being very just to the very same person, the president of the nation. Because if we don't tell him the truth, we are not helping him, we are not helping ourselves.
Nope.
If we don't speak the truth, then we are laying a foundation for continuous errors for the next maybe 3 years, if this administration will last that long. If the president had gotten the message from the X conversation, from the Gen Z revolution that is still on, we would have seen a lot of changes now. But unfortunately, it is the same old trick that is happening. If the president was performing, and this is where I would want my friend Hans to persuade me to see, perhaps I could be missing something. But if the president was performing, Kenyans would not have called him to come for a conversation. You know, it took killings, it took protests, it took occupying parliament, it took Ruto must go for him to start listening. But he has remained tone deaf, you know. And unfortunately, as my fellow panelist said, she said that people are more driven by, and also Steve echoed that, by what they're able to gain.